Recently, I've been thinking, we really can't complain anymore. The real problem when it comes to, men can talk about their feelings at all, they can't say this and that, can't express their emotions. Probably because one of their main emotions is discontent when it comes to the stuff that's in their life. And oftentimes, you're gonna have to complain. You're gonna have to get stuff off your chest. You're gonna have to rant about something that happened in your life in order to feel better. But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to listen to you, what you're talking about. They always want to just either like offer like this, not really like a real solution, but they want to seem like they're, this is what's gonna work. Is it though? Like for example, I've been walking outside for 10 minutes in this 90-degree weather. I'm hot, I'm sweating. Oh, stop complaining. Just drink some water. It's not even about the complaining part. I can't even express anything without somebody saying, stop expressing yourself and how you feel. Now I'm getting a little bit animated because this has been plaguing me. Like even my own mother is treating me this way. I talk about an experience. I just try to speak to somebody because I don't speak to anybody anymore. Due to my own actions, of course. My life is very, very simple. I'm somewhat fine with it. I tried to talk to my mom about some situation that happened. Somebody sat next to me, right? Made a little joke, and she just brushed it off and said, what exactly did she say? Something along the lines of, you don't have to say that, or why are you even talking about it? And in my head, I'm like, why else would I be talking about it? Because I have somebody to talk to with. Because you're the one that's telling me to open up. Because either this is the funny part, people want you to open up, but when you open up, it's never a good thing. You never get anything positive out of it. It's always some type of scenario where you feel like, dang, this is a mistake. I shouldn't have opened up. And you'd be right, because opening up nowadays is not a good thing. Either you say too much or they don't want to hear what you say. And often it's both. All it takes is one mistake. You mess up once and you go from being somebody of importance to someone to being just a speck in the span of the universe. As if you mean literally worse than nothing. Just forgotten. I had a scenario that I told someone around a year ago, actually. Let's say your father, who you see as this strong, protective, masculine figure, he's been holding down the house, he's been working 16-hour days, coming home tired, waking up sleep deprived, and then out of nowhere, on a Wednesday afternoon, he starts to break down. He describes how he can't take this pressure, how this life has been beating him down, he's been getting nothing for it. I asked this individual, would you view your father in the same way? Of course, no. Of course they said no. They would view them a bit lesser, like, yeah, the dad's gonna get himself back together after that, but they'll never see the dad in the same light. It's like, oh, wow, my dad, yes, he does all this, nothing changed. He just had to express himself for a bit. For the first time in years. He's had nobody to talk to, nobody understands, even his boys, his friends. They've been trying to put up the same front of being just like complete and whole and not trying to express themselves. Because they know if they express themselves, it never ends well. And the father's realizing in his mind, my wife isn't getting in bed with me. She wants to sleep in the other room for some reason. My wife doesn't usually work overtime. She's working overtime now. My daughter is starting to put on Oh my gosh, it's so exaggeratory. This is such a stereotypical scenario, but it is somewhat real. My daughter's starting to put on a bit of revealing clothing, and when I try to say something about it, she kind of brushes me aside and then goes back to school. And the dad ends up, and I'm thinking, the real thing is that he never realizes what the issue was. He just doesn't know where this is coming from. He thinks of so many other problems, but never goes back in his mind and say, oh wow, it's all because I broke down. I expressed myself for 5 minutes and then recomposed myself and moved on. But it's like, this shifted everything. They don't view me in the same way. Well, I could be completely wrong. This could be like a very... Is this a misogynistic take? Who knows? I mean, no disrespect, of course. I'm just speaking in a way. I just had to use daughter. Let me use like a son, how the son would view his dad. The son is probably gonna be somebody like me. The son's gonna start beating his Johnson a bit too much, not caring about what his dad says and the path that his dad has for him. He's just gonna be like, oh yeah, bro, I could just, dude, just wait until I'm 25 and I'll be a millionaire, bro. I'm thinking he has like a future ahead of him, but he really doesn't, because he beats up twice a day and he tries to play a game but never ends up finishing it. His son's a pathetic excuse. His daughter's going down a path that he wouldn't have expected. His wife is most likely cheating on him. His friends are probably going through the same thing, but they never want to talk about it, so they try to act like they're all good, everything's okay, as they crack open the 7th beer for the day. Ooh, that rhymes. But it's never okay. Then, to this person I was talking to, I gave a scenario about myself, which is mostly true. Like back when I was 14, 15, I was this very driven young man. You could honestly see a bit of it back in early 24. It wasn't the same as it was back in late 22, early 23. I was like super into fitness. I was in the gym 6 times a week. Nothing to show for it, but still, for the discipline, baby, yeah! I was sitting in the meditation, I was reading all the time. I barely did any quote-unquote instant gratification activities. Like normal self-improvement stuff. I was feeling better. I liked my life. That was probably the best point in my life, even though I took away a bunch of the things I did like in my life, like video games, and I'm playing those games now and I still hate my life more than I did back then. But that's besides the point. Imagine going from that, slowly building up of just random, out of the nowhere sex addiction, spending thousands of dollars on massage parlors, spending thousands of dollars on ladies of the night, and completely losing yourself. Maybe not completely, but losing a good portion of yourself. Being addicted, extremely addicted to PMO. Corn, masturbation, and orgasming. Now, I literally cannot go, or this individual can't go a day without beating off. Life completely changed. No social life, barely goes outside, barely takes a shower. And that development occurred over a few years. And I asked this individual who I was talking to, would you view him in the same way? Would you still have any respect for him? And this individual said yes. And I scoffed. I kind of chuckled to myself. I knew the truth. And back then I didn't realize that the truth would literally happen in my own life. Because of course, I don't talk to this individual to this day. I don't talk to pretty much anybody that I knew in person from my past. I mean, that's how it is. People drift apart. But, you just notice something. You say too much, you lose people's respect. Not like you even did anything really wrong. You're just like, wow, you expressed yourself, you went into detail, now they look at you in a way like, oh, wow. I don't want to deal with them anymore. Well, but so be it, so be it. You may be asking, Oh, lady killer. Why do you always talk about girls now? Dude, that is all that's on my mind. I do nothing. I can't go a single day without seeing somebody naked. I can't without seeing multiple people naked. That's all my life is. If I had $1 million, I'm pretty sure I'd blow it by pretty much by next year, if not earlier, because I would spend so much money on getting my worm stroked. I would not only go to the ones that are kind of like, oh, just the handy. I would go to the full service ones. I would probably catch five types of STIs and end up killing myself. So it's not one of those things where, oh, if I had this, I had that. No, dude. It doesn't matter what I have now. It's completely the mindset. The mindset is very important. If my mindset doesn't change, my actions will never change. The mindset needs to change before you can change your actions. So whether or not I could have so much materialistic success now, but if the success isn't in my mind, it doesn't matter. But like either way, it's not gonna happen. Even though that would kind of be nice. That kind of be nice, but you know what? You gotta earn it though. You gotta earn it, baby. But I was right. I was right. Now this is something that I could be just overreacting about. I might be overthinking. People always say I'm an overthinker, which is a characteristic that is not necessarily a bad thing, but when it comes to just simple things of life, like I shouldn't be thinking about every possible mistake that I made. Mistakes often aren't even that big of a deal. Certain mistakes you would like to think about change in the future, but little mistakes, just by like talking, actually, why is life the way it is that I would have to make a video talking about why you can't express your emotions? What has happened? Why am I even thinking this way? Emotions can't even be expressed now. I can't even talk and think that I'm doing something wrong. Maybe this is all in my head. Maybe I'm not even doing anything wrong. Maybe it's just people shifting. I don't know. That's why it's very important for you to have somebody in your life. If you're a dude, I can only speak for dudes because I'm a dude myself. If you have a bro that you can speak to pretty much about anything, and he can do the same with you, and you'll listen to him, and you'll actually be able to get something off of your chest and not have to worry about, wow, did I make a mistake of telling, oh my gosh, a spider, excuse me, a spider kind of just formed out of nowhere, trying to distract me from the video, but I'll finish the video. Oh my goodness. Where was I? Yeah, having a friend, having a bro to confide in. They can do the same with you. And you could actually know who you would like to talk to. And you don't have to go to different people trying to talk to them, because they won't understand. They won't get it. Dude, even your own family wouldn't. If you have a close connection with your father or something like that, your uncle, maybe then. Now, I really don't know. Not everybody has that. But probably don't think about it too much. Don't be like me. I'm not somebody you should really be taking advice from. I'm 18. I haven't really experienced that much, but what I have experienced, I only can tell my perspective of what I went through. So it's really dependent on your mentality, how you view things. Because if I had like a real positive, uplifting, optimistic mentality, I wouldn't even think about this really. I would just keep pushing forward. I would end up happy. But there's something inside of me, this ambition that hasn't left, that I could be better than what I thought was laid out for me at one point in my life, which I still think is laid out for me. But who knows? That's about it. Don't think about it too much. Just kind of gotta And then also stay off the web. Like too much, you're seeing too much. You shouldn't be seeing all these things. You shouldn't be seeing some dude get his hand blown off. Like humans back 100 years ago would never see something like that. It would only be like a rare occurrence that ever happened, and that's if they're in an accident. You shouldn't be seeing all of these terrible imagery. You shouldn't be seeing these horrible acts go on. You shouldn't be seeing all these women with their breasts shown and their cheeks turned. Stay off the web. Use it for only like important stuff. If you're gonna use anything really, use like just look at video game stuff, brother. If you're into that, just keep all that stuff to a minimum. It doesn't help. Wow, what am I doing with my life?